Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Did you guys watch yesterday's video where I was trying my hardest to wind some yarn? Oh my gosh, it gave me such fits. I still need to find the box that has my Swift in it, but that's okay. I don't need to wind any more yarn right now. And what I was doing is just winding. This is a 50-gram ball. Just two of these, right? Just two of these balls of yarn and struggles. So I thought for me today, I needed to kind of sit down and the things that have given me a little bit extra struggle this last week, I needed to work on them. And yesterday's, oh my gosh, that was... I turned the camera off. How many times did I turn the camera off? I'm like, I'll be back. I'll be back. I gotta work on this. It was hilarious to me. I don't know. I know it was funny to you guys. Maybe you can relate, but I turned the camera off multiple times just trying to get this wound up. And another one that was definitely getting me is I'm so trying to work on my Alice in Wonderland crochet along. And here's my square. I love my square. This is the center square of the Alice in Wonderland crochet along blanket. And I love this so much. I have done the center square fully completed once, and then I have two others started, one in DK weight and one in the thread. And I just haven't gotten much farther than that. I haven't. Okay. So I do have in my bag. I kept them together. All right. So if you're new here, my husband and I, we just moved. And if you're familiar with moving, most of us are, things are chaos. You misplace things, or maybe you're completely organized and you don't misplace anything and you unpack properly. We haven't unpacked. No. Let's see. Last I talked about it, hubby unpacked one box and I unpacked three. And that was in a week. Yeah, that was in a week. And I think that's where we're at. That is literally where we're at. So we're just kind of, we have stuff. And yeah, we need to, the goal, I told him, I said, all right, you need to unpack two boxes and I need to unpack two. And he said, that's crazy talk. So instead we watched a movie. So we're just having fun with that. But I did find my box with all the Alice, because I've got three of them going. One is in thread and I'm just making the center square. I'm not making a full blanket or anything like that with that one. And I have this bag, which is my worsted weight version. And I have a lot of my solid squares. All of these need treatment on them. All of those get little things like a teapot put on it, playing cards, all sorts of different things that are Alice in Wonderland themed. And I haven't done any of that. None of that. So I went ahead last week and I grabbed the pattern. Well, the pattern is written in UK and US terms. Now, to make it really super easy, you just download, because it's a crochet along, right? You download Clue 1, 2, 3, whatever it is that you're working on, and you download, if you're in the United States, download the US version. You don't even need to convert. And if you're, the British terms and everything, you download the UK version. And there's no confusion. Well, it had been so long since I had worked on Alice. And I just grabbed a Clue and downloaded it and started working on it. So I was making the squares instead of double crochet. I was making them triple crochet. So that was incorrect. And then I made the squares again and size H hook. That's what I had written down. And you guys are amazing. You went back and you watched my video when I first announced this and you said, yes, I was using an H for the worsted weight version and an F for the DK version. And I had that on my notes and I went and watched my video too, okay? So we were all in the same boat and I so appreciate it. I absolutely love you guys for helping me out with that. And we were like, no, you used an H. Well, I used that and then my square was really, really tiny. I think it's because of the move and my tension's off. I mean, it was like a full round difference. So I didn't want that to beat me. That's, I put her in timeout. You know what she did, right? She knows what she did. And I wanted to work on the squares. Now I need 4 of these in with this color, and then I need 4 with, I don't know, it's got teal in it. I think it's this color and this color. I don't remember, but I need 4 stripies in the blues and I need 4 stripies like this. So it took me a little bit. I still used my H crochet hook, and I think I did better. I think I did. That works. That works. I think this is a third iteration, but I got it. It just took a little bit to go, okay, relax, calm down. You've been crocheting since you were 10. It's decades. You got this. It's okay. I'm making a very complicated shawl at the moment. If you haven't seen that, that's a couple days ago. That's amazing, right? With back posts and front posts, triples and double triples, and put the stitch here and do this and everything else. And it's like crochet gymnastics, right? And this 4 square, this double crochet 4 square little closed in granny, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's kicking my butt. He's kicking my butt. It just, because this has to be a size or similar to the other ones, right? I mean, similar. And the shawl doesn't. It is what it is. Did I do a gauge swatch? No. Do I care? Not at all. No, because it's a shawl. It's a piece. It'll be as big as it is. That's how big it'll be. But the squares kind of have to match. And then I really appreciate, didn't respond back on the emails yet. I apologize for that. But some of you had commented and sent me, oh, I appreciate the pictures. I do. I appreciate the pictures of your finished Alice in Wonderland blanket. And some of these squares in the pattern, they're a little wonky on the size, and you kind of have to fudge and get them to fit properly. You have the same stitch count, but it's like, this square's definitely bigger. This square's definitely smaller. And I appreciate that reminder, because I do remember when the crochet along came out, some of the people that had done the test crochet had made some comments on a couple of the squares that they went up a needle size, a hook size, right? And I went back to look at those, and those comments aren't there anymore. So I really appreciate the fact that you guys reminded me of that. And it's nice, because I love this community. It's nice. You guys are like, hey, it's okay. You can make mistakes, pick it back up, do it again. And that was my whole thing for today, for this week, is I didn't want this to beat me, and I didn't want this right here with winding this to mess me up. Now, if you did see this when I was talking about the socks, when I wound this, I didn't realize this was going to be a beautiful gradient, just flowing from stripe, that's what I'm thinking, stripe, right? I didn't realize that's what it was going to be. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So I was thinking at the time, before I wound it, because again, didn't know that I have this. This is the Drops Fable. It's a 50-gram ball of yarn. And what I was thinking is, because it looked in the hanks, it was 2 50-gram hanks. It looked like more variegated, right? Not necessarily in the stripes. So it's like, oh, I have this purple, would be great for the heels, toes, and cuffs for this. Well, this looks like it's just going to, and the second ball is the same. Just going straight from the purple all the way into the green. So I'm not going to go this route. And after having such a pain with winding yesterday, I felt like I had to get that on the needles. Have I finished my other socks? No. Does my husband want this? Yes, he does. He wants his toes. He wants individual toes, which is why this is not done. It's just within reach, and it's just mocking me. It's staring at me and mocking me. So we'll get to that, but I'm not really sure when. Right now, it's just mocking me. But I have this, and I ignored that. Yeah, I did. I'm not the only one who does things like this, I'm pretty sure. But I ignored that. I'm like, I don't want to put on toes. If you're new, my husband likes the Tabi socks, the ones that you can wear flip-flops with, the toe socks, the Japanese socks, the ninja socks, however you want to term that, that's the ones that he likes. Now, I make both regular socks for normal people, right? And I also make the Tabi socks for him. And he's gotten a really big kick this year on how many he has conned me into making. I made a pair for our anniversary. I don't normally do that. And not for our anniversary. I do Christmas socks for the family. And I did make him those. And I made matching with the yarn Blood of My Enemies from Blackbird Sycamore. The color is spectacular. And I got it in the non-sparkle base and the sparkle base to have his and hers toe socks. So I made those, and he's going to wear both of them because he doesn't care. And so I got that. And with this yarn was sent to me, this gorgeous, I love oranges, and it was sent to me, and he immediately claimed it because, well, that's what he does. I mean, we spoil each other. So, you know, I got the gift of the yarn, and he gets the gift of the product, right? I mean, it works. And of course he wants toe socks because it's opal sock yarn, which is one of my absolute favorites for hard, good hard wearing socks. And that's where he's at on that. So I am here. I just need to do his individual toes, and then I can start the second sock. So anyway, I started a new sock, and I wanted to play with this. I didn't want the whole winding process to beat me. I didn't want that. How many times again did I turn off the camera? I don't normally do that, but oh my gosh, I didn't want it to beat me. I didn't want it to be a negative. I didn't want Alice to be a negative. So today was a day of, I'm going to tackle these things. You know, it's not even the tackle it series. It's just, I'm going to do this. You're not the boss of me. You're yarn and string, and I can do this. So I was really happy to have made the squares. I dropped it. No, that's one. I got 2 of them done. So I got those, and I got to start this. Let me set that down so I can show you. And I did decide to start with the purple. After seeing it wound, I decided I wasn't going to do the separate with this for the toes and the cuffs. I'm going to just let this run through, and I should be able to get into the grain depending on how long I make these particular socks. If I really feel like it, I could put that in as the heel, but I don't think so. I think I'm just going to let this run its course. I think it's gorgeous. What is the Gusto wool? That's the yarn, Gusto wool, and it's my first time using it. It is a 75% superwash wool, 25% nylon, 100 grams, and it came in these 2 50-gram little skeins, and just wound them up like that. And winding is normally not so difficult, but the whole moving, I don't know where my stuff is. Where's my other little... I do have 2 of these. I don't know where the other one... Oh, there it is. See? Just to show you. I had 2 of them. I got 2. I think they're the right size. I'm good with them. I'm good with this one. So they have you carry the yarn up as opposed to snipping it and having to weave in your ends. And I don't like the way that it looks on these, and I'm just going to have to ignore that. I don't like how I did my joins, and I'm right before I turned the camera on, it started to bug me, so I'm going to set it down and I'm going to ignore that, and I'm just going to use them, and it's going to be amazing. So I am back on track. Okay, I'm not on track, but there's progress, right? I actually have progress. Last time we talked, I had made 2 squares and they both got pulled out. One was way too big and one was way too small, which is quite fitting for an Alice in Wonderland crochet blanket. You know, things getting way too big and way too small and way too big and way too small. So, you know, if I was going to do it, that's the perfect blanket to do that on. And in the grand scheme of things, it's okay. I just had to put her down for a couple of days because sometimes you just have to walk away. Take a couple breaths, realize what you did or didn't do, and move on. So that's why I started the complicated shawl. It really is, because the square, just the plain double crochets, was kicking my backside, and I ended up going on Ravelry looking for a quick instant gratification project. And I ended up with probably one of the most complicated looking shawls I could have ended up with, but it was so pretty. If you haven't seen that, you'll definitely have to go back and check out that video. It's amazing. But that's what I've been working on. This is it. This was the, and I think it's really kind of funny. It's so much purple, but this is it. I'm like, I am not going to let you win. I just know I could do this. I could do this. Right? I got my pretty yarn. I got my pretty squares, and I got to start this. And hubby wasn't happy because he would like his socks, but he's got lots of socks. I mean, let's face it, right? He's got lots of socks. So that's what I have done. There we go. Having lots of fun working on all of my different things. I probably should unpack another box today. I've got space. You can see this. I have some space. And in the other room, I haven't done anything either. I do have a lot of space and everything that I need to fill these in. I have a plethora of boxes to fill the space. That's the part that's a little daunting. While it's sealed up in its box, I don't know which box is which. They are labeled. It says yarn, right? So it is labeled. I do know that it belongs in this room or it belongs in the other yarn room. But as far as which specific yarn, I don't have that labeled. You know, what's going to go where or anything like that. So that's the daunting part. If you open a box and you're like, oh yeah, I don't know. And I don't want to have, you know, lots of opened and partially unpacked boxes. It's an excuse. Okay, let's face it. It's an excuse because truthfully, I have, let me see if I can see this. I have some right here, which is why I don't want to open anymore, right? We got Alice here and we got all the other stuff right here. So that's why I'm like, I don't think I need to make a bigger mess. I need to clear up what I've got and keep it nice and pretty and everything. Yeah, it's okay. It's going to be amazing. It will be amazing. It'll just take a little bit of time. And the other part too is I know once I get things out and situated, I'm going to move them around. There's going to be some, because right now there's no rhyme or reason. There's really not a rhyme or reason at the moment for sizes. Each cubicle has roughly the same sizes. Like I'm not mixing my fingering weight with my worsted weight, you know, so I'll have like, okay, this is DK weight, this is sport weight, this is what have you. So it is by weight, not necessarily by color, but I do want to also have some things where maybe it's the hand dyed would be separate from, like right here, this is all commercial stuff right here, you know, and I don't necessarily want to put some more of my hand dyed stuff with that. This has got more of the commercial stuff in here too. Same here. Behind you in the cubicle, I've got more of the hand-dyed stuff. You know, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just trying to get it out to where I can use it. As long as it stays in the box, I don't see it and it doesn't exist. We want it to come out. And that's part of the reason why I've gotten to be able to start some of the other things that I have, because as I've unpacked, I'm like, oh, this is pretty. I don't remember seeing, well, I remember it, but I mean, it's been packed away. I didn't know what box, that type of thing, right? It's like, I want to play. This is nice. So I'm starting things. And we will see how long it takes to get some of these things completed. I'm going to just go ahead and end up signing off. I feel like I have accomplished a lot. Alice hasn't beat me. I got 2 squares done. They are the right size. Oh my gosh, are we not playing like the 3 little bears? Too big, too small, just right, right? You know, I mean, it's just crazy. But I'm got it. It's the funny sometimes the littlest things will be the ones that are the most complicated. And that's what it was with me on that. And then, like I said, the winding of the yarn, I'm like, no, you're not going to win. I started the socks. I was going to wait a week or two, you know, try to finish up some of the other ones because I do have, I have 2 pair of opal socks on the needles right now. My husband's, yeah, I was hoping that he would just forget that he wants toe socks. I keep bringing it up and he's like, I want toes. I want toes. And I'm kind of hoping that I can like outweight him. I don't think I'm going to win. That man is stubborn. But that was the goal, is to get the yarn wound and ready and then maybe start it in like a week or 2. But it gave me such fits. I'm like, you're not winning. You're not winning. I got this. I can do this. And that's where I'm at. And I'm kind of proud of myself. I am. I'm actually proud of myself. I'm like, oh, okay. I am the master of my yarn room domain. I call the shots. And you know what? In my life, in this world, I am the queen. And that's all there is to it. And I'm like, I call the shots. We're going to make this. You're not the boss of me. I'm the winner. So I'm going to just sign off as the absolute winner for the evening with that. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.